So let's start with the types of foundry. So different types of foundry. The first one is a captive foundry. So what do you mean by captive words? So captive foundry means that the foundries are the part of the manufacturing company which is uses the casted product to meet the company's own production need. So whatever the part is casted inside the industry, they are directly used to manufacturing a product. I give you one simple example. Okay, you are manufacturing a bike, or Hero MotoCorp is manufacturing a bike. So how they are manufacturing? They are install a one casting plant. They are cast a piston cylinder and other component inside the plant. Then they are directly use this part into an assembly line and assemble all the parts, and then after they are produce a bike. So what's happened in this type of the foundry? Whatever the parts is manufactured in the industry, they are directly utilized for making a product. So all the parts which are used inside the industry or inside the plant, they are manufacturing it in own hub or in own plant. They are not outsourcing. Okay, so the plant where we can say whatever the casted products are there, they are used for your own production line. So I give a simple example. You want to produce a bike. You have a two-way. You can outsourcing. Outsourcing means you buy some product. Okay, I will give you one more example. You want to manufacture by mobile. Okay, you have a two option. One, you need to just outsourcing the all components, and second option, you need to find all components, or you need to manufacture all components in your own plant, then assemble it and make a product or make a mobile. Okay, second way is all the components you are purchased from any other industry or from the market and just assemble in your unit or in your company and just sell it. समझाइए difference? What is the difference between in the both cases? In one cases, you are just take a product or outsourcing a part from the other companies, just purchase, assemble it and sell it your product. Second part is all the part you are manufacturing into your unit or in your company, assemble it and sell the product. So what is a captive? Captive means manufacturing for ourselves, manufacturing for ourselves or manufacturing for our products. This is called a captive foundry. So write down the captive foundry. These foundries are the part of the manufacturing company in which uses the casting product to meet the company's own production need. So many industries are there. They have a own casting foundry. In Rajkot, if you visit the Jyoti CNC, then they are manufacturing a different CNC machine, but they are cast the body of the CNC machine its own unit. Okay, and they are just assemble the different part or casted part and produce a product, a CNC or VMC machine. So this is the example of the captive foundry. Then independent foundry. So what do you mean by independent foundry? So here the casting are produced as per the customer specification. So you want to need some specific product. So you give some drawing to the unit, or you can say to give your foundry. The foundry is produced according to your design. So this is called independent. It means that whatever you want, whatever the size or whatever the specification you require, just give to the foundry and foundry produce your product according to your choice or according to your dimensions. So you are totally independent. That's why it is called independent foundry. So here the casting are produced as a part of the customer need or specification. Okay. And next one, jobbing foundry. So what do you mean by jobbing foundry? So the fully equipped foundry which does not have a own individual casting business but undertake the contractual casting for other companies. Mostly the production are take in a small quantity only. So jobbing foundry means that there are the fully equipped foundry which does not have a own individual casting business. Okay, they are take a required casting from uh, another industry and they are just assembled it. So these are the fully equipped foundry, but it's haven't any kind of individual casting business, but undertake the contractual casting for other companies. It means that they are made some casting products and they sell to other company, and other company is just purchase it and assemble it and try to sell it. Okay, so jobbing foundry matlab here we simply says that job work. Okay, you are make a product for others, other company, not individual, but for other company. Like if I'm taking the example of Maruti Suzuki, then Maruti Suzuki is made its piston and cylinder and other components casting in different industry. They are purchased the casting part from the other industry and then assemble it, and you take the or they sell this car. So what do you mean by jobbing? Jobbing means you have to just manufacturing according to the customer need and just sell it to the customer. They do not have its own assembly unit. They are work for others. In simple language, we can say they are work for others, not for own. Okay, so this is called a jobbing foundry. Now, the production foundry. In such a foundry, the casting operations are done in the bulk for one type of casting. Okay, so when you have a mass production, you have a more than enough mass production, or we can say the more than enough part to produce. At that time, the production foundry is comes into picture. So when you have a bulk production, whatever thousand and lakhs you need to produce a part. At that time, the same design part is manufacturing in the plant, and it is called a production foundry. The advantage of this method is that the fully equipped foundry unit can deliver a flawless product at the economical rate, because here you need to produce only single part. So we simply say that to the manufacturing cost of the single part is less compared to a individual part, because you need to manufacturing the same piece in continuous way, thousand and lakhs of the piece. So it is easy to product. Okay, so easy to produce. But in case of if you have an individual part, you need to change its and everything. You need to change your drawing, change your process flow, change your mold and all the equipment. So it's maybe a costly. So the production foundry is using when the mass production, when the bulk production is carried out. Okay, so this is the part. Next, semi-production shop. So it is the kind of operation where the company's operations follow both the jobbing and production facility both. So we know what is the jobbing. So jobbing plus production. If you combine this, then it's become a semi-production. Okay. So here if we conclude that, then the first one is a captive. So we can write in the simple way, captive means casting products is produced for own use. Independent foundry means the casting is produced as per the customer specification or customer need. Jobbing, the company or the jobbing foundry produce a product for others, for other companies. Production foundry, they are produce a product in bulk or mass production to make a product economical or cheap. And semi-production, if you combine the jobbing and production casting, then it's become semi-production shop. Okay. So that's it. What is the types of foundry? So write down the things only in the simple way. Captive means for own production, for own use. Independence means as per the customer specification, customer need. Jobbing means to give others, not for own use. Production means for the mass production, for the bulk production, one type of the casting. And semi means jobbing plus production.